Hi, this is Kei from Tokyo. I've been a software engineer for 9 years. I'm good at making apps such as iOS, Android. Especially nowadays, I'm doing Flutter. I wrote a Flutter tutorial book in Japan, and I run a subscription community called Flutter Daigaku in Japan. That is my business. Today, I'm gonna talk about FlutterFlow vs Flutter. As I said, I'm good at Flutter. I started doing Flutter since 5 years ago. And I started my subscription community since 4 years ago. So it was 2019 summer. At that time, I was a freelance mobile developer. Before doing Flutter, I was Swift engineer, and I was good at ARKit on Swift. So at that time, my job was making some Swift apps, sometimes ARKit using app for client companies. And eventually I started to do a job from a company using Flutter. I've been 5 years experience for Flutter. As for FlutterFlow, last year I tried to use FlutterFlow. It was just a year ago, because as you know, nowadays FlutterFlow is getting popular. FlutterFlow is very standing out in no-code platform markets, such as Bubble, Adaro, and Studio from Japan or something like that. FlutterFlow is very standing out. So I got curious about FlutterFlow. If FlutterFlow is more convenient than Flutter, I'd rather switch to FlutterFlow, because I'm not a kind of technology-oriented engineer, but I'm a creator or a developer or something like that. I'd rather make something. Programming is just a tool for making something for me. So I tried to use FlutterFlow last year. Nowadays, I tried FlutterFlow again because I run a subscription community called Flutter Daigaku. Flutter Daigaku has a teaching service. There are 5 or 6 Flutter teachers, including me. There is a one question Zoom session in a day. So for example, for me, I'm in charge of Thursday's 7:30 a.m. session and Friday noon session. So at that time, some students ask me something like how to create this in Flutter or something like that. And recently, one of the students uses FlutterFlow. He's an entrepreneur. He's not good at programming, so he started from FlutterFlow as a no-code tool. And he asked me how to do something in FlutterFlow. But as I said, I just tried once or twice, and I just did some tutorials on FlutterFlow last summer. So I didn't have so much detail about FlutterFlow. So I tried again this spring, like 2 months ago. Eventually I thought Flutter is easier than FlutterFlow, because for us programmer, we can code that code and Flutter widget. It is very fast. That is the reason why we use Flutter. Flutter make you build something very faster than Swift and Kotlin or other like a React or something like multi-platform framework. That is the point. So even FlutterFlow is a very convenient no-code tool for not engineers people, but for us, for developers, for engineers, Flutter is way more better. Yeah. It's very faster than FlutterFlow. The thing is, FlutterFlow is a GUI tool, and it's based on Flutter. So you can build app by dragging and dropping some widget to your app, and you can integrate to Firebase, Algolia, and nowadays Gemini or ChatGPT or something like that, AI stuff. So you don't have to code. It sounds very easy, but for programmer, it's very annoying because you should learn FlutterFlow. FlutterFlow has own GUI. You should learn how to use FlutterFlow, how to press button, which window is for design, which window for Firebase integration, which window for database stuff, which is setting or something like that. So even for Flutter engineers, there is a lot of things to learn to use FlutterFlow. But even so, FlutterFlow is very convenient tool for non-developer, non-software engineer. It's a good gateway to Flutter. So eventually the person who asked me how to use FlutterFlow, recently started to use Flutter rather than FlutterFlow because he wanna make app very complicated to make FlutterFlow. So he started to code Flutter. As a conclusion, for me, Flutter is much easier than FlutterFlow. But it depends on how you are familiar with coding, how you are familiar with programming, how you are familiar with Flutter, and how you are familiar with GUI no-code tools. So yeah, it could be I just not familiar with GUI tools. That could be just a reason why I prefer Flutter rather than FlutterFlow. Yeah, it depends. But if you learn Flutter, you don't need to learn FlutterFlow so far. You should keep studying Flutter and keep developing on Flutter. It's way more faster. That is my opinion today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, if you have any opinions about this, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much. ありがとうございました。Bye.